Now we had to have our momentum, I would say. We had the chance to, to visit, not visit because they came, okay, to our town. So we took advantage of it. We finally could go to this show on Raw, okay, in the actual arena that it was where? In the Amerant
Bank
Arena. And it was a huge event. Let's talk about it. What do you think? How was it?
Well, it was tremendous. We had fun. You see more action in person. You feel it more than you watching it on TV.
Yeah.
You actually see the wrestlers come in. You actually see the wrestlers when they exit the ring and back to stage. Well, you don't see that on TV. By the time they get out, they put commercial breaks.
Exactly.
In person, you see them when they go out. It's funny when they go on commercial break and there's a match and they present the first wrestler. They dim the lights of the ring.
Correct.
They put it in dark.
Yeah, they put it in dark.
So even though you're sitting down, the wrestler is still there. He can't even sit down and wait for the match to come back up. The lights come back on
and
while they're doing commercials.
And we noticed something that some of the wrestlers, it's not that they were distracted. We noticed clearly that they were supposed to be called. And if they made a mistake, like, oh, wait, am I supposed to go and enter?
Then Mike Kaiser did the same thing. He was about to come in to go by doing this. Yeah. And there was a commercial and he forgot and he went back in.
Yeah, and somebody told them to stop. Like, no, it's not your turn yet.
There's a time Sheamus was going to about fight against Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
His lights dimmed. And he went out of the ring and started sitting down and started talking to Michael Cole on the table while there was commercial break. So there's things that you cannot see on TV that you see in person.
Yeah, but tell you the truth.
Another thing.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Samantha Irving on commercial break.
Exactly.
Yells and says, "Oh, let's do this, let's do that."
But it wasn't only yelling. It's that Samantha Irving has the heart to present anything. I realized that it was for a commercial break. She would go and sing, and I don't know, like shorty songs, and they were choosing people from the crowd to choose the best signs, the best,
Kiss cam and
yeah,
all this.
Exactly. It felt like a baseball game for a minute. It was really cool. Actually,
another thing, when the commentators, Michael Cole comes out and everything. They introduce him.
Oh yeah.
You don't see that on TV.
No, they don't.
As Pat McAfee said, that was his last day there. Yeah. He didn't say it live on TV.
I guess they did it actually. I saw in the clips on
No, there was no live.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was in a commercial break he did.
Oh, there you go.
So there's a lot of things in commercial that you not see in person.
And of course,
that
for the ones that don't know, just so you know, again, you're not going to hear any commentator. I was like, well, I'm going to hear everything is going to be different. I forgot completely because this is the second time that I went to a show like this of Raw specifically, and there's no commentators. So what you're going to actually hear specifically is the sound of the ring when they are, fighting in there, and the sound of the actual match.
Yeah, you don't hear commentators. That's only on
there's
TV.
No commentator.
As well, when the match is over.
And of course, the crowd like crazy.
And there's another thing. When commercial break comes out, when commercial goes on, you think the wrestler is going to come out walking normal. No. They have a certain time to run and get out of the ring and go backstage.
Yeah, they leave like in a second.
And they cannot go sometimes to the front. They have to go through the back through the audience.
Yeah.
Because the next match is like this.
It's so quick. It's so quick.
They have a certain time they have to do their things.
Yeah.
If they don't do it, they might get, it's like your boss. They're going to tell you something when you get back there. They
actually work with the time so perfectly. Time management is amazing. Seriously.
They're right on top of you.
And something that we realize also is that they tend to do a main event before the actual show of Raw. So they do it like at 7. In this case, it'll be like 7:30. Your ticket says 7:30.
Well, there's a show called Main Event.
Until 8 p.m.
Which they used to give it on TV before, like about 3 years ago. And now they give it on, before the pandemic, they started giving it for an hour. After the pandemic, it was only 30 minutes.
Yep.
So there's only 2 matches. And they usually record it half an hour before the 8 o'clock Raw. So it's 7:32
to 8 p.m.
To 8 p.m. So
yeah,
it's recorded, and then they're going to give it on Peacock that Thursday of that week.
Correct.
So, but it's a really interesting, and you have really fun when you see in person though.
Yeah, and I mean, tell you the truth, this was not a big deal ticket that we purchased, but tell you the truth. If you want to take pictures, you want to do a little bit clips or whatever, that I did it actually in this channel, and you can go ahead and check it out. Check down the description so you can see the playlist. We have put lots of videos,
and the music is
so
loud
you can
too.
hear it and you can see it and you can see your
It's
wrestlers.
not the music that you see on they hear on TV. It's louder when you're in the arena.
And the effects and everything is something
else.
Else.
You hear the effects in person, yeah.
I would say the best one so far, I would say that the entrance, it was Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Damian Priest was huge. You could see
and
the
Sheamus
lights.
Too.
Everything was purple. Everything was, it was phenomenal, seriously. And there was a moment, it sounded like a freaking bomb. I'm like, what happened? Yeah, it was huge. And the other one that it was really, it really caught my attention. Like I said, I was expecting more for a moment. There was a segment for this guy, Bronson Reed, okay? I guess the audience was waiting for number 5 of Tsunamis on top of the other wrestler. But he did only one.
Because Braun Strowman came out.
Correct. But believe it or not, that one Tsunami ever, you could hear how the mat of the ring was... I mean, I would say it was flying in there because the guy's huge.
And another thing, people, you guys don't think and don't know, which I didn't know myself.
Which one?
And I've been to 5 live shows. I didn't know this one. They do it now.
Well, me is the second one, but here...
this I've been to 5. I've been to 2 Raws, 2 SmackDowns, and 1 live show. And they changed the mat of the ring.
Oh, they do.
So every time a match is over, or every 2 matches, they change. There must be either 6, 7 mats they have there. They change the mat of the ring.
They do.
I guess to put it tighter or something. They just changed the mat. I never knew that before. Too. So don't get me wrong. These workers they have for the ring and stuff are...
It's a whole team.
It's on point.
It's a whole team.
And you have to make it on a certain time, and you have a couple of minutes to do it. It's not whenever you want it. No. You have to do it really fast and on time.
That is so true. So, and I would say, like, coming back and to finish it up, what do you think, like, this type of shows to this year and the last one, comparing to the first one that you went, how was the actual difference?
Well, the best one I've seen now is the one we just went to.
Correct, but comparing to your first show ever?
Well, the first one you can tell it was a house show.
Oh,
house show is not live.
Tell us about the difference between the house show and the arena.
The problem is with the live show is...
You mean house show?
Well, the house show is that Raw and SmackDown has colors, and you hear the music, and you have the and the fireworks and all this.
The fireworks are everywhere.
The house show is a show that is not recorded on TV.
Yeah, and it's
only live.
It's a small.
Not that the arena is the same arena. It's just for a small portion of people.
The crowd is different.
If it's 20,000 for a Raw, here is like 15,000.
Yeah,
a little bit less, 10,000 probably.
A little bit less.
There's no cameras. There's no effects. Just
something basic.
Just the music.
Correct. Something basic.
So they just come out normal. Just the music. There's no effects. There's no running. There's nothing like that. It's just a normal match, and that's it. The match is over. Goodbye.
Correct. Yeah.
That's how it is. Comparing with the Raw and SmackDown, you got the lights, you got the theme, you got the This is not like they go on commercial break and the lights go off. No. Lights stay on for the whole day.
Yeah, and I realized something that I saw in the media before I forget is that those are selected matches, but with the wrestlers that you would never think they're gonna fight together, because it's just the fact that maybe they went to a specific type of city or who knows and state, right? And they have to keep just a little group of it. It's not gonna happen. The same thing in Raw. Clearly you're waiting for Gunther and Orton. No, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be, who knows, Randy Orton with the least person that you thought. So it's just different because it's a shorter show, a different amount of people. It's just different. And that would be the one. Let us know in the chatting section, what do you think about this one? If you have any questions, of course, maybe we can respond on time. And of course, again, do not forget to check the playlist, because we uploaded videos specifically for you, my friend, that you're a WWE fan, so you can see your wrestlers, your favorite wrestlers, the entrance, and some of the clips also in this channel. So do not forget to subscribe and like this video. We see you in the next one.